I'm just thinking about growing up and like maturity and everything like that, and how like at the beginning of your life and like growing up and everything, everybody says maturity comes with age, and then you finally get to that age, and then they start changing it on you, telling you that maturity doesn't come with age, it comes with wisdom, and whatever. And so they flip it on you, and you're just all confused, and you're like, wait a minute, I just did all this growing up, all of these years, and then you're still telling me I'm not mature, that it doesn't come with age. So that threw me for a loop. Like whenever like I finally started like becoming a teenager and being a little more independent and everything, being told all my life, when you get older you'll get more mature, and then I'm finally older, and they're like, oh well, maturity doesn't come with age; it comes with wisdom. But I over the years, like, I've been a really, really quiet kid, so all I do is like observe. I've never been the type of person to really engage in conversations, but instead I'll sit back and watch conversations. I'll watch people react to different things. I'll watch their facial expressions. I'll watch the way they talk, they act, everything like that. And then I learn from that. So I've just been thinking about different things when like like you're growing up, or things that really bring out maturity in people. And um I think maturity, like the definition of maturity is, obviously more wisdom. Whenever you know how to handle a situation better, and more maturely, is because you've had wisdom or knowledge of that situation, so you know how to handle it. Um, and mostly maturity comes with responsibility, because with responsibility, the more responsibility you start to have, the more opportunities you have to learn. The more responsibilities you have, the more chances you have to mess up. And the more times you mess up, those are more lessons for you to learn. And from those lessons, you learn from that, and you become more mature, and you grow from that. And so, um, one of my biggest things about like growing up and maturing and everything is admitting that I'm wrong. Times like whether it's in an argument or just I did something wrong, just admitting that I was wrong, is one of the biggest things for me, especially right now, because I've never really had like the responsibility of being fully dependent on myself, like with bills and just responsibilities in general. I've never had that. But from now, where I'm at in life now, the main thing that I can really go off of and really grow from is uh, is admitting that I'm wrong. And admitting that I'm wrong is in a category of respect. And respect is another really big thing for me. And that also comes with age and time and dealing with different situations and everything like that. You begin to learn and begin to understand how situations should be handled, how certain situations should be handled. Um, and that does come with age, because you have more time to experience different things. You have more time to experience different situations. So my biggest thing is you have to respect people. Now there is the mentality of, oh well, if you don't respect me, I don't respect you, and I, to an extent, live by that. But when we go back to maturity, I don't, if you disrespect me, I'm not going to disrespect you. I mean, I'm not going to respect you. Like if there's an old man walking down the street and he says something rude to me, just because he's my elder doesn't mean I'm going to respect him. If he was rude to me, that's no. But the thing is, in that situation, you have to stop and you have to think, and it's like, this man was just rude to me. He's a stranger. Chances are I'm never going to see this man again. So you have to swallow your pride and just realize, and just realize that it's not worth creating more negative in the world to make your point that you're not going to respect that human being. It's better to just bite your tongue, walk on, do whatever, and move on with your day. Because it doesn't just affect you, it affects the people around you as well. And, all these people preaching positivity, and you got to spread positivity and whatever. But at the same time, if somebody disrespects them, they're going to disrespect them back and just make it full force. And it's like, you're affecting the people around you. Other people are seeing this, other people are hearing this. Like, even if they don't hear it or see it, you still created some negativity, and you in a way are now negative. So if you're going around anybody else, you are still going to have that negative energy around you. So it's just growing up and realizing, certain situations aren't worth it. Certain situations, they don't even matter. And it just brings more negativity into your life and everything like that. So, you see these people on Facebook and Twitter and everything, and it's these parents, and they're being vulgar and screaming loud curse words in public with their kids with them. And they most likely live by the mentality of, I'm not going to be disrespected by anybody. I'm not going to take shit from anybody. But at the end of the day, would you rather swallow your pride or show your kids that you can act out in public? I've never understood that. Like, you bring life onto the earth and you're raising it to be the best person that they can be, but then you set that example for them just because you can't swallow your pride in that situation. Now, I do understand there are situations where you have to fight back, where you do have to stand up for yourself or your family or your kids or whatever. But 9 times out of 10, when somebody disrespects you and you go off on them, you didn't have to. You wouldn't be less of a person if you didn't go off on them. You would be more of a person if you didn't, because that shows that you were strong. You were emotionally strong to be able to push that to the side and be like, I'm not going to let this affect me. And that comes with growing up. That comes with maturity. The biggest thing for me whenever somebody says mature is respect, understanding how to handle different situations differently, and just being able to carry your own without, breaking yourself down or the people around you. So if you're ever wondering how to grow up or be mature or whatever, just learn. That's what maturity is learning. It's knowledge, it's wisdom. You don't get maturity with age. You don't get maturity by someone telling you about something. You become mature by experiencing different things and different scenarios on your own, and learning how to handle those situations and learning how to carry yourself through those tough times or those situations in general. So for me, and for anyone that's watching, if you're ever feeling like you can't do it anymore, just sit alone sometime and think about it, and think about, is whatever you're going through, is it worth it? Is it worth that negative energy, or can you just swallow your pride and get past it? And I promise you, if you just swallow your pride, you can get past it. So, yeah.